today class. So at the end of the chapter, students should be able, right, to understand the concept of capital budgeting, right, capital budgeting process, capital budgeting technique, right. Under the technique, we have payback period, net present value, and internal rate of return. So can see here introduction. So you can see kita ada project that one company they may have, right? So this one adalah apa yang ada dalam gambar ini, right? What project they have show here? Anybody? What show in the picture? What is this? What is shown in the picture? Apa yang ada dalam gambar ni? Infrastructures. Wow, this one general sangat ni. Okay, infrastructure lah. Contoh, we have jalan raya. Apa lagi? Nah, so simple you cannot answer.
Hospital.
Yes, hospital. Apa lagi?
Stadium.
Stadium.
Factory.
Factory. Yang ni apa? School, alright, college, or building. So you can see kalau if a company, right, they have so many project, right? The company may have one project to build a stadium, or they can have a project to start up a factory, right? Start a hospital, or to build a road, to collect toll, atau building, atau dia can start up college. So you can see a company they have so many project, banyak project ke, build theme park ke. So now which project to choose? The question would be they have so many potential project yang ada kat luar, many. So which project to choose? Now this is what we're going to learn in this chapter. Chapter ini dia akan bantu kita atau dalam membuat keputusan. These chapters will guide us atau they will give us guideline how we should make decision, or I can say which project should we choose. Why we need to choose? Because the company have limited resources, right? Sumber yang terhad. When we say sumber yang terhad, ini maksud company memang ada duit yang terhad, right? So they cannot choose, dia tak boleh pilih semua. Kalau of course the company dia ada banyak duit, dia bolehlah pilih semua, tapi cannot lah, right? So we have limited. So kita kena buat pilihan, or we need to do decision. So which one? So mana projek yang sesuai atau yang paling buat keuntungan lah. So next. So capital budgeting. So capital budgeting is to help the management to make decision lah. Dia bantu dalam membuat keputusan. So analysis of potential projects. So we have analyzed the potential project here. This one will be the potential project yang syarikat adalah. So we analyze one by one, then we need to do comparison lah. Why? Because and this one is a long-term decision. Long-term decision. Why we say long-term? You can see if we want to build a stadium, they may take years, right? And then the return, right, maybe take longer period. Then it is large expenditures. Large expenditures, we want to build a road. So the expenditure is higher. So duit yang banyak kita guna. So difficult or impossible to reverse. You cannot like build a stadium kat sini, dah build separuh, lepas tu you cakap you tak nak. Cannot lah. Susah untuk kalau you tiba-tiba you say you don't want, cannot, because you already put in so many effort, masa, duit. So cannot. Cannot or impossible to reverse. Tak boleh you tak boleh patah balik this one. Determining a firm strategic direction, yes, the company direction lah. So if they have start a factory, meaning that maybe this 10 years, in these 10 years, company punya return atau profit is come from this project. Or you build a hospital, so they may have the company strategy lah to diversify. So this is very important lah. Then we need to have the capital budget because large expenditure, this one, they may using millions of ringgit, right, for the project. So it is very crucial, very important. Right, next we have concept here, right, to make investment decisions regarding new fixed asset, right, new fixed asset. So the capital project lah, the most important project. So the fixed asset is expected to provide future cash flow, right, income to the company. So if you build a stadium, so maybe in this 10 years time, your company return will be from the stadium, right? Right, okay, and then firm need to evaluate, right, the investment so that it can increase the firm value. Yes, increase the firm value by increasing the fixed asset, the asset lah, stadium ke, hospital ke, increasing the value of the company. Right, by doing capital budgeting, firm has an option, right? You want to accept or to reject the project. So in this stage, project belum lagi berlaku, kita dalam state untuk memilih. We are choosing, right? We are choosing which project is good for the company. So we either accept the project or we reject the project, right? You only have two options, either accept or reject. So we have types of capital budget, right? Type of capital project. So project yang ada dalam syarikat in the company, we have replacement, meaning that a machine, if we want to make decision whether we want to replace the old machine with a new machine atau kita nak buat perbaikan atau repair lah. So this is what we need to make decision. Right. So number 2, we have the expansion project, which is company want to expand their business, right? And then we have a new project, right? Currently, the company is doing, let's say, old town or cafe or selling food. So now maybe they have opportunity, right, to build a stadium, right? So new project. This is a new project, totally new, or they want to diversify, right? Diversify their business, or project required by law, right? The law project state required by law lah. Contoh, if they want to reduce the pollution, so they need to have equipment, right, or tools, right, to reduce the pollution to the air or to the water, river, right? Project required by law. Next, we have concept of form of capital project. So we have two types. One is independent project. So accept or reject decision will not affect one's other's project. This one will not affect. Dia tak akan mempengaruhi sama ada you nak pilih projek lain. So contoh kalau you accept project A, so example we have project A dengan project example we have project A and project B. Mungkin dia boleh project A, project B, dan project C lah atau D, E, F, right? So if you are accepting project A, right? Then you masih boleh accept project B atau C atau D. So you said this is maksud not affect others project. This one kita panggil dia independence, right? Independence. Okay, so this one independent project. So atau if you reject project A, tidak akan mempengaruhi anda untuk pilih project B, project C. Atau saya boleh cakap company ini adalah sangat kaya, so dia ada banyak duit, dia boleh pilih mana project yang dia nak. Dia tak ada limitation of duit. So kalau dia tinggal project A bagus, dia nak buat, project B pun okey, project C pun boleh. Dia boleh implement tiga project ini. Kalau independence. Kalau mutually exclusive, project need to choose, right? Need to choose, kena buat pilihan. Right, this one they need to choose buat pilihan. So between 2 project atau 3 project atau 4 project, dia hanya boleh pilih satu. Right, in similar nature, only one project will be accepted. So kalau dia dah terima nak buat project A, dia tak boleh buat project B, project C sebab dia tak ada duit. Dia hanya ada 1 million. So 1 million dia hanya boleh pilih satu project sahaja. Kalau dia pilih project B, dia tak boleh pilih A, tak boleh pilih C. Right? Sebab dia tak kaya lah, dia tak ada duit. This one, kita panggil dia mutually exclusive. Exclusive mana satu lah kan, very special, exclusive. Mutually exclusive project, only one project will be accepted. Right? Only one project will be accepted. All right, so next we go here, we have contoh, right, to example to illustrate the capital budgeting technique. Consider the following project A and B. Right, you can see this one is the cash flow of a project, of 2 projects. So we have project A and project B. So we have here. So project A adalah annuity. Kalau you still remember the annuity, what means by annuity? Annuity adalah sama amount. We have 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, 30,000 daripada 1 hingga 5. So start from year 1 dia adalah annuity. And then project B adalah uneven cash flow. Maksud uneven, year 1 to year 5 cash flow adalah tidak sama. You have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 40,000, 50,000. So this one is not annuity, right? Need to use different approach sebab dia punya cash flow lain. So we have to use different approach. So you can see A and B. So you can see year 0 adalah sekarang, now. What meaning by the 100,000? 100,000 maksud this one adalah dia punya peraboran, investment. The money that the company invested in project A, right? In project A, So and then for project B, the company invested 120,000. So for project A, dia dah invest 100,000, year 1 30,000 adalah return dia, keuntungan. So year 1 dia untung 30,000, year 2 untung 30,000 lah. This is maksud dia. So dia invested 100,000 sekarang, year kosong adalah sekarang. Keuntungan 1 tahun dia ada tulis dia ada tulis sampai 5 tahun. Yang ini ada project B, dia invested 120,000 and then this cash flow is the profit that received, right, for investing in project B. So now what should we do? So first technique that we introduce here today, is the payback period, PP, short form kita guna PB, payback period. So how long does it take to recover the initial cost of the project? So how long, right? When we say how long, meaning that the company invested 100,000, how long dia akan dapat balik 100,000? Berapa lama dia akan dapat balik 100,000? Right, kita for this payback period, we are calculating time period. How long? Berapa lama? So computation, we have estimate the cash flow, subtract atau tolak, the future cash flow from the initial cost, right? Initial cost until the initial cost atau investment is recovered. Alright, so here a break-even time, meaning that you tak ada untung, tak ada rugi lah, break-even time. The initial, here we have the initial cost, so this one kita panggil dia initial cost. Wait, where is the box text? Kita letak sini, this one, initial cost. Sometimes kita panggil initial cost, sometimes kita panggil initial investment. This one kita panggil dia initial cost. Red color, where's the red color? Ada red. Yang year 0, yang ini kita panggil dia initial cost yang 100. So this one initial cost atau initial investment lah, yang kita invest. So this one also 120. Sometimes dia ada letak negatif, right? Negatif kat depan. Sometimes dia ada letak negatif sign. Satu negatif kat depan sini yang menunjukkan bahawa duit adalah keluar. Outflow. Outflow of cash 120,000. Dia invest lah, duit keluar. Sama juga dengan 100,000 lah. Okay, so yang ini semua positif adalah masuk. So negative sign atau positive sign indicate that the money inflow atau outflow. Kalau positive sign maksud inflow lah. Kalau ada negative sign maksud cash outflow lah, you keluarkan duit. Tetapi kalau kat dia kosong, dia tak tertulis negatif, this one is the outflow money, dia invest keluar. Walaupun dia tak tulis negative sign, right? But we know that at year 0, this one adalah duit investment, duit keluar. 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 adalah duit masuk. Kalau kat sini ada satu negatif 40,000, maksud dia ada buat kerugian lah. Negative 40,000 meaning at year sini dia ada rugi 40,000. Kalau kat sini kita tengok semua positif, right? So dia tak ada buat kerugian. Alright, so here we have break even. So dia punya decision rules. Decision rule is accept, right? Accept. Kita accept if the payback period is less than some preset limit. Kalau dia company say, saya nak dapat balik I punya modal, I can say modal lah, dalam tempoh 5 tahun. Dia ini dipanggil preset limit lah. I want to get back my money within 5 years. So kalau you calculate your PB, calculate the payback period, tempoh, this one tempoh bayar balik lah. Callback adalah 3 tahun. Contoh. So you can say there's an example, preset. Preset equal to 5 years. Right, contoh preset adalah 5 years. Kalau you calculate payback period adalah 4 tahun. Right. So PB adalah PB equal to payback period equal to 4 years. So should we accept atau reject? So for this example, should we accept atau reject? Accept. Ideal say accept. I, Natasha, say accept. Alright. So kalau I tukar ini jadi 5.5 years, so we should accept or reject. Alright. Reject, betul. Alright. Okay. Now this one you dah clear. Now we go to the calculation part. Calculation for payback period. Payback period is the numbers of years required to recover the original investment or the initial outlay. Dia ada banyak. You can see here, dia guna original investment atau initial outlay. So it's very useful to evaluate risky project. Estimate of cash flows is difficult, and if the company facing liquidating problem lah, dia ada masalah cash, right? Liquidating problem, which is if the company is very critical in cash. So then this one is good lah for the company to use as one of the tools to help them to make decision. Shorter payback period is preferred, right? Shorter is preferred, as we said. Kalau dia kurang daripada preset, then kita accept the project, right? As the initial outlay recover earlier and reduce the risk. So dia punya formula adalah payback period equal to initial outlay atau or initial cost. I tambahlah kat sini. Initial outlay, sometimes using initial cost, I'm gonna using initial investment. Apalah nama dia. There can be initial outlay, initial cost, initial investment. Sama je. Alright, so the initial outlay, this one adalah maksud submission. This symbol panggil submission atau jumlah, right? Jumlah cash flows, right? Next, we go for the example just now. Kita ada project A dengan project B kan? Tadi kita dah guna. So for payback period for project A, sebab project A adalah annuity. So annuity hanya annuity kita boleh guna this formula. Kalau like this one different, then kita tak boleh yang uneven. Right, tak sama, not same, then we cannot use this one. So for calculating the payback period, step 1 is what? Identify your cash flow, check whether this one is annuity atau bukan annuity. Kalau annuity, if annuity, then we are using this formula, initial outlay divided by annuity. So initial outlay adalah 100. Right, the year 0, this one. So 100 and the annuity adalah 30,000. All right, take out your calculators and then you calculate for me what is the answer for the payback period for project A. So take out your calculators and calculate now. Wow, very fast. Ada 3.33 years. 3.33 years. Yang lain please calculate. Check whether this dia punya answer betul tak. Alright, Siti Anira sticker 3.33, I Patricia 3.33. Others please calculate, take out your calculators and calculate. Alright, so we check. Alright, so we have 100,000 divided by 30,000. So we have 3.33 years, right? This one simple. Alright, so you get it correct. Alright, correct. Thank you. Alright, good. Now we go for project B. Alright, project B because it is uneven. Uneven. So I just put that to make it more clear. So I just put it in a timeline. So I just rearrange back. So we put it, this one is representing cash flow. This one, as I said, kalau kosong adalah negative. Negative. This one is the money invested in the project B. So year 1 is this is the cash flow. Contoh. This one I take as an example. Alright, this is another example. This one is uneven. So negative is the money invested. 63,120 year 1. This one is get profit. Year 2, 70,800. Year 3, 91,080. Then year 4, 15,000. So what should we do? We just minus, right? This one is cumulative cash flow. So what should we do? We are using negative 165,500. Sorry, 165,000 tolak. You can see I have, tambah. Plus, because this one adalah keuntungan, right? So we just tambah 63,120. Then we have equal to negative 101,880. Then kita tambah at 70,800. Then equal to negative 31,080. We plus 91,080. Then kita ada 60,000. So after you get the positive answer, right, then kita stop. Kalau sini ada sambung lagi. If here we have still continue year 4, year 5, ada lagi figures. Still have like figures here lah, numbers. So but we no need to continue anymore. We are going to stop after we find a positive answer. Why positive answer? Meaning here we already make profit here. At year 3, we already make profit 60,000. But for payback period, we want to calculate when. When is we break even lah, kita tak untung tak rugi. So kalau kat year 3 kita dah untung 60,000 lah. So kita tahu antara 2 tahun dengan 3 tahun kita dah dapat balik 165,000. Dah balik modal lah maksud dia. So in between 2 to 3 years in between. Alright, so what should we do? So we know payback period lah. Kita now calculate payback period. Then we know that dia in between in antara 2 dengan 3. So kita copy 2 tambah lah. 2 tambah. So 2 tambah, this one negative 31,000 lah. Yang ketiga ini adalah 60,000, right? So kita ambil yang tahun 2, like 2 kan? So kita ambil tahun 2 punya balance 31,000. Ignore the negative sign. Jangan ambil negatif. Abaikan the negative 31,080 bahagi dengan 91,080, which is the year 3 punya keuntungan 91,000. So then you just key into the calculators. You calculate now how many? 2 point something lah, 2 point something. So 2 point what? Alright, 2.34, yes. Okay. Right, 2.34, 2.34, yes. Alright, this one we are using timeline to calculate. Kita boleh juga guna table, right? So we go back to our example kat sini, right? Project B, Project B. So we are using Project B, right? So now dia punya step is same lah, but now I just put in a table. Table pun boleh guna. So dia ada banyak cara lah table. So sama, you just copy year 0, 120. Again, kita kena letak the negative sign. This one is important. We need to put negative sign. Negative 120,000. Lepas tu proses dia sama, you tambah. Negative 100, you tambah 20,000. Right here lah. We get a negative, right? Sama juga sini, negative, right? So negative 100. So negative 100 tambah 30,000 berapa?
70.
Alright, then we get 70, right? Negative, right? Negative, jangan lupa. Right, negative, red color. So negative 70, we plus 40.
Negative 30.
Yes, negative 30. So we just continue lah. We just continue to do negative 30 tambah 40. Right, 40 we have positive. So nampak kat sini dah positif. So kalau dah positif, kita stop. Tak payahlah, walaupun ada lagi satu 50 ke bawah. So kita dah tahu bahawa tahun keempat, at the year 4, we have earned 10,000. So now we know that dia adalah antara 3 tahun dengan 4 tahun lah. Maksud 3 point something, dia dah balik modal. So now we want to know 3 point something, 3 berapa, 3 point berapa. Sama juga, kita copy minimumnya adalah 3. Right, minimumnya adalah 3. Then kita ambil yang year 3 punya, right? Kita ambil 30. Just ignore, abaikan the negative sign. You ambil 30 bahagi dengan 40. This one wrong. 40 which is this one. Right, 40 yang bawah punya. Right, 30 bahagi 40. Alright, so how much? $3.75 years. Okay. So betul lah, 3.75 years. Right, 3.75 years. Okay. All right. So now payback period for project B. All right, for project B. So we have calculate adalah sama dengan bersama dengan 3.75 years, 3.75 years, right? And then project B. Kalau we want to convert into months, kalau nak convert into month, meaning 0.75 adalah berapa bulan. So we just using 0.75 darab dengan 12, kita bersama dengan 9 months lah. Right, kalau 0.5 kita dah 12 sama dengan 6 months lah. This is how we convert into months. If the question asks how many months, how many years and how many months, then you need to convert into months. So we just multiply by 12 because 1 year equal to 12 months. All right. Okay, so this one is the after kita calculate lah the other project A dengan project B, right? This one the previous example. So if the preset limit is 3 years. Preset limit is 3 years, and it is an independent project. Independent project. Should we accept or reject the project? So we should reject or we should accept project A atau project B, atau kita accept A, we reject B, or we accept B and reject A, atau we reject both, atau we accept both. Mana satu? Anybody? What mean by independence? We go back. Independence maksud independent project accept the project if the payback period lower than the required payback period. Mutually exclusive project, you can only choose satu, choose the shortest. Right? We can only choose the shortest payback period. So for this example, right, we have calculated, right? So we have used take our effort to calculate. So now kita kena pandai guna lah. We have to use, right, what we have calculated to help us to make decision. So what is our decision after you calculate, bersusah payah calculate, then you tak tahu macam mana guna, then pun tak boleh kan. So right, according to this one, the preset limit adalah 3. Preset limit is 3 years, and it is an independent project. So should we accept or reject?
Reject for both.
Reject. Amira said reject both. Right. Yang lain? Reject both. Alright. Kenapa reject both? Sebab dia melebihi. The reason why we reject both because it is more, the project A and project B payback period is higher or more than the preset limit 3 years. All right, good. Okay, next we have, right, we should reject We should reject both projects because both project payback period is more than the preset limit, more than the preset limit. All right, next we go for another one. If the preset limit is 4 years, right? Preset limit 4 years, and it is a mutually exclusive project. Mutually exclusive project. Should we accept or reject the project? So what is your decision? Accept, reject? Accept both. Patricia said accept both. A, pula A. Dah tulis jawapan dan A. This one, Amira accept for project A. Accept project A. Natasha said accept A, reject B. Tadi yang A tu dah bagi. Okay. Alright. Accept project A. Accept A, reject B. Alright. Nuhanis. Alright, okay. So yes. Sebab this one adalah mutually exclusive project. So we can only choose satu, hanya boleh pilih satu. So kita akan pilih yang paling pendek lah, paling pendek, which is project A. So we should accept project A because project A payback period is lower, right? Lower than the project B payback period. First requirement mesti kena below 4 years lah, shorter than 4 years. All right, okay. Next we have, okay. Now project C, tadi I dah ajar project how to calculate, right, the payback period. You can either using table, kalau table is macam inilah, atau you can using timeline. So there are two method lah. So bergantung kepada mana satu yang you think that is easy for you. Some students they may think that timeline is easy. Some students may think that table is easy. So depend on you lah, which one you want to use. Now I have project C. All right, so project C, 180,000. Year 1, 50,000. Year 2, 30,000. Year 3, 60,000. Year 4, 50,000. Year 5, 80,000. All right, so now you calculate payback period for project C. All right, so you calculate now. So first step adalah apa? First step, this one you just put lah satu negative negative 180,000. Lepas tu you tambah sampai you dapat positive answer, then you stop. Then you tengok yang antara, which in between, maybe 3 to 4 years, then you copy 3, then you take the balance, divide by the year 4 punya cash flow. Alright, so you do now. All right, so we check. Okay, so we have answer from Adil, Ismail, Nuhanis, and Japri, and Natasha. So we check. All right, so what should we do? We first thing, as I said, we put a negative sign for 180,000. Then kita tambah lah. So negative 180,000 we plus 50,000, we have negative 130,000. Then next, we just do the same process. Same process. So 130 plus 30,000 equal negative 100 plus 60 equal negative 40 plus 50 we have plus 10. So kita tahu is in between 3 to 4, right? 3 to 4 years. That's why kita siap letak awak cepat-cepat letak 3. So 3 tambah 3 years, kita ambil yang ini 40,000, ignore the negative sign, we put here 40,000. And then year 4 kita ambil 50 ya, jangan ambil yang ini ya. Jangan ambil yang 10 lah. Ambil yang 50. Right, so we have 40 over 50, which is 0.8. So we have 3.8 years. All right, so I give you time to copy for those who want to copy. Right. You want to copy, you can copy. If you have done, then you let me know. Just type done, then I continue. Yang lain done?
Done, sir.
All right, then we continue. All right, so if the preset limit is 4 years and it is a mutually exclusive project, should we accept or reject project C? Right, reject. Huh? So we check. So we should. Wait, berapa tahun ni? 4 years, right? 4 years. All right. Reject. 4 years. Kenapa you reject? Which you accept kan? 4 years. Kita calculate 3.8 years. Remit ada 4 years. So we should accept. Apa yang reject tu? Yes, we just want in only C sahaja. Right, we only take C lah. Kalau kita nak include A, B, C. Nanti I pergi cari A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C. We can also include kalau nak mana A, B, C. This one lah. Project A, B, copy. Kita kasih ni, this one. We just put here. This one we delete. Okay. Okay. Kalau kita nak include A, B, C, so kalau A, B, C, if the preset limit is 4 years and it is a mutually exclusive project, should we accept or reject project C? Then this one kita akan reject C lah. Sebab mutually exclusive, then kita hanya accept project A. We are going to reject C. Alright, so we should this one kita reject lah. Jadi reject. Right, we should reject project C because project A punya PP is lower than C. Is lower than preset limit and payback period project C. So we should reject project C because project A punya PP is lower than the preset limit and payback period project C. Okay. Kalau dia include, kita ambil ketiga-tiga projek lah dalam bab pilihan. Right, kalau if this is independent, now we change. If this is an independent, this one mutually exclusive, kita tolak jadi independent. So kalau independent, we should accept or reject the project. Mana satu lah. Kalau independent. So if independent macam mana? This one is mutually exclusive kan? So we change to independent. Accept or reject? Yeah, I copy here lah. I put another independent lah. Accept mana satu? Accept A, accept B, accept C. Accept all, yes, we accept, we should accept all. We should accept all the project. Why we should accept? Right? So we should accept all the projects because all project PP lower than preset limit lah. So we set off. All right, okay. So I hope that you know lah how to calculate PP already, payback period. So now we go for period done already. We go for net present value. So net present value is the present value of future cash flow. So yang ini kita dah calculating, kita dah pandai calculating. We already know how to calculate PV. Right, discounted at required rate of return. Cash flow may be annuity or uneven cash flow. Uneven cash flow. So the decision rules, right? Decision rules dia adalah positive or above zero, kita accept the project, meaning that after you have calculating the net present value, kita positive atau more than zero, kita accept. Kalau kita dapat negative answer, negative NPV, we reject the project. So formula for calculating NPV equal to total PV, present value of the cash flow, minus the initial outlay. Atau duit yang kita labur atau modal. So contoh here. So advantages that we are using net present value. It uses cash flow, right? It uses time value of money lah. We are calculating the present value. Take into account the risk factors, which is the interest rate atau required return at a percentage. Disadvantages will be difficult to understand and estimate of cash flow with accurately. Estimation of discount rate, required rate of return. This one kita just do we just forecast the discount rate. Why we don't know what is the actual discount rate actually. So for difficulty to understand, kita compare dengan payback period lah. Payback period is very straightforward, easy ya. Kita tahu berapa tahun kita akan ambil balik modal, right? So this is the disadvantages of net present value. Next, now we are still using, kita akan ambil the sama punya example, which is project A and project B. So firm cost of capital adalah 10%, cost of capital 10% lah. So net present value for project A, kalau kita project A sebab dia adalah annuity, right? So kita akan refer table. So now please take out your table, present value interest factors punya table. Present value interest table annuity. Alright, this one. Then you calculate lah. So we have NPV, project A. Right, we have the present value of cash flow minus the initial outlay. Initial outlay adalah 100,000. So we using lah the annuity, the A adalah 30,000. Then you cari dalam table present value interest factor annuity I 10%, N adalah 5. Alright, now you take out your table and calculate the annuity. This one you should know how to calculate already. So we have 30,000. Then the 10% and 5 years minus 100,000. So yang ini you have to check in the table. Yang ini berapa? You check in the table. $6209. Negative. Kenapa ada negative answer? Silap. All right, present value interest factors annuity. So 3.7908. Okay, next I just, how come you all, okay, I just put here lah. And this one is 10% kat sini. This one. Yeah, 3.7908, which is in the table. Right, 10% and 5 years. So again, you need to use the present value of an annuity table C.3. All right, so then you have the answer here, 3.7908. So what is the answer after you key in? You can just key in into the calculators. Well, 13. All right, 13. So we have 13,724. All right, so I'll give you time to copy for those who want to copy. Yang lain done. All right, we continue. Now we go for the project B. Project B is uneven cash flow. Uneven cash flow method dia lain. So now we have B. So summary formula, we have net present value equal to present value of cash flow minus the initial outlay. So this one is we are using table present value interest factors in the table, not annuity. This one is not annuity. Cost adalah 10%. So we have to calculate one by one. So first thing, yang contoh satu I bagi here is start with year 1, 20,000. This one 20,000. This one year 1 20,000. So 20,000 kita kena calculate dia punya present value. So the present value interest factors year 1 adalah 0.9091. You darab, you dapat 18,182. So now you take out the present value interest factors punya table. 10% year 1, you get this one, then you darab, you dapat ni. Now you calculate for year 2. Right, you calculate now. Well, this is how we have the 10%, then you check year 1, you got 8 point, year 1, present value, year 1. Right, year 1 is 0.9091 lah. This one lah, year 1. Then you ambil lah 8264. Right, 8264 is for year 2. We got 24,792. Yes, betul. Then you calculate for year 3. All right, so we check. So we have 30,052. Now we calculate for year 4. I will check. But it's 27,220. So you calculate for the last one. Alright, we check 31,045. Dan lepas tu, you total ke semua ini. The 18,000, 24,000, 30,000, 27,000 and 31,000. So tambah semua. Alright, so berapa? We have 131,391. Then kita tolak the initial outlay. So initial outlay untuk project B adalah 120,000 lah initial outlay dia. So total net present value adalah 11,391. Alright, so I'll give you time to copy. For those who want to copy, you can copy. Alright, if you have done, then you let me know, then I continue. Okay, then we continue. Alright, so now we have net present value for project A and net present value for project B. So if it is an independent project, should we accept or reject the project? So tadi you refer back to the decision rules, peraturan keputusan. So apa dia tadi dia mention? So mention mana? Okay, so this one decision rules. So we have positive or above 0 kita accept, negative NPV we reject. So this one adalah dia punya requirement. Okay, so for this project, so we should accept or reject. We accept both, right? So we should accept both, right? Because kedua-dua adalah positive. We should accept both project, right? Because as both project give a positive net present value. Okay, betul. So if it is a mutually exclusive project, should we accept or reject the project? Kalau mutually exclusive, so what should we do? Accept atau reject? With mutually exclusive project, accept or reject? Accept both mutually exclusive project. All right, we should B, only B. Yes, we should only accept project B only. Mutually exclusive project maksud dia we can only choose one, right? We can only choose one project which is the higher. Accept B. Sorry kita kena accept A yang paling tinggi. Yang ini adalah keuntungan. So kalau untung, we should accept B, reject A. Siapa tulis accept project B? No, we should accept A. Right, accept A. Sebab yang ini lagi menguntungkan. Right, for NPV we choose the higher. NPV we choose the higher. Jangan silap. We accept project. Natasha. We accept project A sebab 13,000 is higher than 11,000. Yang ini adalah profit yang dia akan dapat 13,000. Right, ini baru dapat 11. So we ambil profit yang tinggi 13,000. So we will accept project A because NPV project A higher than the NPV project B. Kalau kita refer to the payback period is referring to jangka masa yang kita akan dapat balik modal. Yang itu lagi pendek, lagi bagus lah. Tapi for NPV, lagi besar, lagi bagus. Sebab lagi besar, maksud kita dapat keuntungan lagi besar. Alright, so I give you time to copy kalau nak copy. Alright. Done. Alright. Now we go to NPV project C. Right, NPV project C. We calculate one by one lah. So now you calculate 50,000 dia punya PV adalah berapa? So PV for 50,000 berapa? Kenapa lain lah Ismail? Is 45,000. Wow, you guess. Oh, yang ini the 163 adalah apa? 50,000 ke total NPV? Total PV. Right, it's 45,455. Alright. Now we go for the year 2, 30,000. Silap. Okay, tak apa. Exercise silap tak apa. Exam cannot silap. Exam kena betul. Alright, so now we go for year 2 lah. Year 2, wah cepat Natasha, 24,000. All right, so we have 24,792. Yes, betul, correct. Now we go for year 3. All right, 45,078. Right, is correct, betul, 45,078. Now we go for year 4. Right, if you have any question, you can ask in here. All right, we have 34,150. Then last year, year 5. All right, 49,000, okay, 672. Now you total ke semua, right? 45,000 plus 24 plus 45 plus 54 plus 49. All right, so we have So we have 199,147. So yang for net dia belum habis lagi ya. So we have calculate total present value. So now we Siti here. Okay. Now we tak habis lagi after you have calculate. So we need to tolak, kita kena tolak initial outlay which is 180,000. Right? So what is your NPV? Which is 199.4147 minus 180. Right? So we have 19,147. Right? Okay. This one I tak buat the decision lah. Wait ah. Mana itu decision? Okay, I copy this one. The project C, project C sini. All right, if it is a mutually exclusive project, so should we accept or reject the project? All right, project C, only project C, project accept project C, accept project C. So we should accept project C, yeah? Because project C, NPV project C is higher than project A and B. A and B. Okay, we should accept project C only. Right, we should accept project C only, yeah, because NPV project C higher than NPV project A and B. Okay. Kalau this one is independent, if it is independent, which one we should accept kalau independent? right? If independent,
Accept all.
yes, betul. Accept all. So we should accept semua all. Alright, so this one is apa? Internal rate of return. Which one we reserve for next class? IRR banyak. Alright, so we have done for today NPV. So for today we dah siap dua method, which is payback period, which is calculate the time period. How long that you recover back your the initial investment atau bila you balik modal. Another one we have done is this one, NPV, which is calculating the net present value. For ini kita ambil yang the nilai, the value that is higher, the higher value, NPV. Kita akan pilih yang higher NPV. Alright, so any question before I stop? Any question before I stop?
No, sir.
We check attendance for today. All right, full attendance, good. So, jumpa lagi. Right, we meet again on Thursday. All right, okay, thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.